Berkeley is, and always has been, a very unique place. It has an 88% graduation rate, 5% higher than the national average, despite having 30% economically disadvantaged students and 61% minority enrollment. Berkeley is also very famous for its hard lean to the left. UC Berkeley is ranked 13th most liberal college in the country, and Berkeley was voted the most liberal city in California in 2014. In the same way that a Christian community instills Christian values, so does Berkeley instill liberalism. I found from a survey of Berkeley High staff and students that 76% of people thought Berkeley was inclusive. Additionally, 84.6% thought Berkeley had politically biased teaching material. While finally, 82.7% thought there was little to no right-wing representation in Berkeley High curriculum, compared to 65.3% who thought that there should be.
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
Compared to many other cities is more inclusive, but that does not mean that Berkeley as a city is fully inclusive.
Totally depends on what kind of groups you hang out with, but generally I would say yeah.
It's more so like we're open if you want, come if you don't. So yeah, I'd say it's pretty inclusive overall.
Yes, for the most part.
In general, again, with being more inclusive with race than maybe we do with political beliefs.
No, not really, no.
Democrat.
Idealistically, I would call myself an anarchist. I guess I would more realistically associate myself as a socialist.
Democrat?
More far to the left, or like moderate left.
Democrat?
I do associate with the Democratic Party.
No, not really. The only counteracting viewpoints that I've had are where we watch like John Oliver or comedy where it's just destroying the idiots from the Republican side.
In my gov class we'd bring in like a controversy and then like be like you'd have to be on either side. Be like, well, this is like what they think.
In my class, and I'm in AMPS, in my history class, my teacher will talk about them very objectively, but he tells us kind of what their ideas are, I guess.
I don't think they're like pushed out, like not included, but I don't think they're specifically included.
Right-wing views are like very isolated in a sense here because from like the past marches, it's like clearly shown that people like won't agree with the right, and even though we say we're like open-minded, it's more so like open-minded towards our own views, not necessarily to the right, because there's clubs for sort of like conservative people, but you don't hear about them that much because they're just so like they're so isolated from like the other groups because they're like scared of being attacked.
I think it's avoided a little bit.
This year, with the election of our current president, there has been much more tension, and students who do have conservative views have reported that it's not as comfortable to have those views. The traditional conservative Republican views that maybe weren't as controversial in the past have gotten very linked into racism, xenophobia, and hatred.
Is food. Honestly,
So
where
good.
else can you eat amazing sushi for lunch and a delicious burrito for dinner? Like nowhere. Just the access to produce that we have, and the fact that we're on the coast, to have like AC transit and to be able to walk places. Like there are like 3 downtown areas within walking distance of my house.
It's like a nice community, and people are pretty accepting of most things.
I don't know. I like that things happen in Berkeley and it's not Midwestern quietness.
I'd say like the culture is really diverse in the sense that like there's a lot more like open-minded views, but not to the political extent. More so just like they're a lot more accepting towards other people.
It has a lot of people here, and there's a lot of like restaurants and movies and stuff.
The kind of liberal and progressive way of looking at things is accepting other people and learning how to change yourself by looking at other people. So if we as liberals don't look at other people and don't change ourselves by the views of other people, then we're not sticking to our original ideology. So I think that it is incredibly important to educate yourself about, I don't want to say the other, but like the other, because like without it, you're not, like you can't grow.
This isn't about taking away liberal values from the classroom. Honestly, this isn't even about representing a very underrepresented group within the Berkeley community. This is about teaching students to strengthen their opinions through empathy and respect, so that when they inevitably do leave the Berkeley bubble, they don't go into the world expecting never to have to justify their opinions. That's why I like living in Berkeley. It's forced me to justify my conservative viewpoints, not just to my friends and classmates, but to myself. This project matters to me because the most important part of school is to challenge ourselves, challenge our opinions, and to let ourselves understand that seeing opposing viewpoints shouldn't make you angry or fearful. It should make you feel educated and more confident in your own beliefs.